Hello everyone. So moving forward for the second chapter of reproduction in flowering plants. Yesterday I gave you an outline about the entire chapter. Now let us start with the male reproductive part, and male reproductive part is called as anther. It's called as it is called as stamen. Now if you see the structure of stamen, it consists of two structures. One is called as filament and another is called as anther. So filament is basically that portion which helps in connecting the anther to the flower. फ्लावर से एंथर जिस स्टेराइल स्ट्रक्चर से जुड़ा रहता है, एक लॉन्ग स्टॉक लाइक स्ट्रक्चर, दैट इज कॉल्ड एज फिलामेंट, एंड द फर्टाइल पोर्शन इज कॉल्ड एज एंथर. फर्टाइल का मतलब यह है कि इट इज दैट पोर्शन इन विच द मेल गैमेट विल बी फॉर्म्ड. एंथर और फिलामेंट जहां से, सपोज करो अगर ये यहां से जुड़े हैं एक दूसरे से, तो जिस पॉइंट से जुड़े होते हैं, दिस पॉइंट इज कॉल्ड एज कनेक्टिव. व्हाट इट इज नोन एज कनेक्टिव. नाउ there is a term mentioned in your book that most of the anther are bilobed. Bilobes mean if you see above the filament, you see two protruding structure or lobe-like structure. So it is called as bilobed, and each lobe is dithecous. Please clear these terms because it will create difficulty further. So these are the lobes, and each lobe is bithecous. Means if I see this single lobe, so in this lobe I see two compartments or theca. That's why it is called as, there are two lobes, so it is called as bilobed, and each lobe contain two theca. So we say that anther is bilobed and dithecous. Dithecous, di matlab two, theca means compartment, so it have got two compartments. Is that clear? So this is all about the structure of anther. Now moving forward, if I see the diagram, if I see anther, in this anther, this is theca, and inside the theca, this portion is called as sporangia. These are known as sporangia. As the name suggests, sporangia means that structure which will bear the spores or male gamete. So this portion is basically sporangia, and inside this portion the male gamete will be formed. Because this is forming the male gamete, so it is also called as microsporangium. इसका एक और नाम क्या हो जाता है? Microsporangium. Remember, as I told you, in most of the organisms the male gamete is smaller in size, so the term micro, and sporangium, the structure which will bear the male gamete. So as it is bearing the male gamete, so it is called as microsporangium. Now if you see, there are four compartments and each compartment contain a sporangium. So we say that sporangia in anther, anther is टेट्रास्पोरेंजिएट. कैसा है? टेट्रास्पोरेंजिएट. टेट्रास्पोरेंजिएट मतलब इसमें एक एंथर के अंदर कितने स्पोरेंजिया दिख रहे हैं मुझे? 4. सो इट इज कॉल्ड एज टेट्रास्पोरेंजिएट स्ट्रक्चर. नाउ लेट अस, एंड दिस sporangia bears sporogenous tissue. Means इस स्पोरेंजिया के अंदर जो सेल्स पाए जाएंगे या जो टिश्यू पाया जाएगा, उस टिश्यू को क्या कहेंगे? स्पोरोजिनस टिश्यू. और यही वो स्पोरोजिनस टिश्यू है जो आगे चल के क्या बनाएंगे? स्पोर्स बनाएंगे. और किस प्रोसेस से बनाएंगे? मियोसिस से. तो पहले ये टर्म क्लियर कर लीजिए. व्हाट इज स्पोरेंजिया, व्हाट इज माइक्रोस्पोरेंजियम, व्हाट इज स्पोरोजिनस टिश्यू, एंड व्हाट आर फाइनली स्पोर्स और pollen. So I hope these are cleared. So now moving forward, now let us study the structure of microsporangia. or sporangium, you can say that. So if I cut the section of this portion and observe it under microscope, so I see this structure. Again I told you, these are, if I cut it like this, these are lobes and each lobe contain 2 theca. Now when observed under microscope, suppose this is the sporogenous cell. So this sporogenous cell is surrounded by 3 or 4 layers outside. Now let us study these layers in detail. I am just making one single sporangium here so that we can understand the layer. If this is the spore, the outermost layer of sporangia is called as, if this is the sporogenous tissue, the outermost layer is called as epidermis. We have to study their function also, so please pay attention. The inner layer next to epidermis, it is called as endothecium. What is this called as? Endothecium. Inside that there are 2 or 3 layers which are called as middle layers, because they are located in the center portion between the layers, so they are called as middle layer. And the innermost layer, mind this is very important, this layer is called as tapetum. And inside the tapetum we see sporogenous tissue. Again I am saying, the outermost layer epidermis, inner layer endothecium, inner layer middle layers. Then the innermost layer is tapetum, and inside the tapetum is the sporogenous tissue. So now understand these layers one by one. So we have to understand their function also. So epidermis, as we know that the outermost layer, epidermis, what is the feature of epidermis? It is tightly packed, because outermost layer है तो हमेशा कैसी होगी? Tightly packed होगी, barrel shaped cells होंगे. Endothecium, this you need to understand. Endothecium, this layer has one specific feature, and this layer contain fibrous thickenings. इस layer में fibrous thickenings होती हैं जो water से impermeable है, water को pass नहीं करती हैं. Say for example, if this is the cell, it consists fibrous thickening in these outer walls also, as well as these radial wall also. So they have fibrous thickening. Now remember, if this is a tetrasporangiate structure, these fibrous thickenings are present all over the layer except at this groove. इस गड्ढे में ये fibrous thickening absent होती हैं, and this portion is called as stomium. Remember this is very important. Endothecium cells have fibrous thickenings all over except at these, especially this and these grooves, and these grooves, the cell in these grooves are called as stomium. What do these stomium do? These stomium absorb moisture. Now there is a cell which absorbs moisture, and upon absorbing moisture it swells and bursts. तो ये सेल जब फटता है, इस सेल के फटने की वजह से जो अंदर का गैमेट है, जो पॉलन है, वो बाहर रिलीज होता है. सो वी से दैट स्टोमियम हेल्प्स इन द डिहीसेंस ऑफ पॉलन. दिस इज इंपॉर्टेंट. देन देयर आर मिडल लेयर्स. नाउ मिडल लेयर आर एपिडर्मल इन नेचर. एपिडर्मल का मतलब होता है they are short lived. Short lived means as the gamete formation occurs or at the pollen forms, these layer get crushed up. बाहर से एपिडर्मिस है, एंडोथीशियम है, अंदर से टैपिटम है, तो इनके बीच में ये लेयर क्या हो जाती है? टूट जाती है. तो आपको मैच्योर एंथर में जो डिहाइस करने वाला है उसमें ये लेयर्स बहुत कम दिखाई देते हैं. सो वी से दैट दीज आर एपिडर्मल. नाउ कमिंग टू द इनरमोस्ट लेयर, एंड दैट इज टैपिटम. Now understand this very carefully. If this is the sporogenous tissue, this is the tapetum which surrounds it. Now remember, in higher organisms there is always a mechanism to give nourishment to the spores as well as zygote. So here the gamete is forming. So this tapetum nature, first consider its nature. Its cell contain dense cytoplasm. They have abundant cytoplasm. And remember, dense cytoplasm means they have good storage of food. They have less number of vacuole, and most of the time their nucleus is their cell is multinucleate. Now if you remember, I told you, if there are large number of nucleus in the same cell, that means it has high chromosome content, and that means it have capacity to store food at a high rate. It has got capacity to produce hormones. So now coming to its function, first function is it provide nutrition to developing pollen grains. नरिशमेंट का फंक्शन है. दूसरा फंक्शन है इसका, आपने कभी अगर किसी फ्लावर का एंथर टच किया होगा तो वो आपके हाथ में चिपक जाता है. वो जो जिस केमिकल की वजह से चिपकता है उसको कहते हैं pollen kit substance. So basically tapetum secrete pollen kit substance which इसकी वजह से pollen क्या हो जाता है, sticky हो जाता है. And you know that due to this sticky nature pollination occurs. Insects carry these pollen from one flower to another flower. Now the third function of this, it secrete chemicals which form layer of pollen. ये ऐसे केमिकल सीक्रेट करता है जो pollen की outer layer बनाने का काम करते हैं. Like there are protein, cellulose, sporopollenin. So all these chemicals are secreted by the tapetum itself. So these are among one such functions of the tapetum. Another, that is all regarding the tapetum. Now coming to the last portion, pollen we will cover in the next chapter. But now the innermost cells are called as sporogenous tissue. Now these are the myocytes in male structure. Now I said myocytes are those structure which produce the gametes. So suppose this is one such cell, it will undergo meiosis. You know that gamete formation के लिए reduction division चाहिए. तो इससे कितने बने, 2 सेल बने. Then there will be meiosis 2. You know that after 2 meiosis, 2 cells will divide to form 4 cells. Now these cells are called as pollen tetrad. Why tetrad? Because they are attached to each other, and that's why these are called as tetrad. Now understand, whenever dehiscence occur, there may be possibility that these tetrads are released together. Still they are attached to each other, and when these are attached, these are called as compound pollen. And there are possibility tapetum secretes an enzyme that is called as callase. And these callase basically dissolves the wall between these 4 pollen, and that's why they are separated from each other. So in most of the plant, it can be, the pollen can release in the form of tetrad, or it can be released in the form of individual gamete. So this is all for this topic. If you have any doubt, please do ask.